What is going on? It's your boy Astro, aka Ketchup, and I know we got the face cam on today. Aside from that, it has been a while. I know there has been a sort of radio silence, and not a sort of, there has been a radio silence on the Shounen Ketchup channel. And for those of you who used to look forward to the Shounen Ketchup news show that, again, used to be every Wednesday, and will continue to be every Wednesday, but we'll get on to that. I sincerely apologize for the lack of communication. Being a smaller channel at the moment, it's actually very difficult other than putting a video out to let people know what's really going on. But, you know, for those that have been around for a little bit, you know that I've been, you know, talking about every now and again, me moving, and I finally did it. Woo! I wish I had more posters and stuff on the wall. But, yeah, I finally moved into my own spot, so I'm going to have a lot more control in terms of, you know, when I upload, when I record, and the Shounen Ketchup news show is going on with some revamps. You're going to notice Facecam will be back on, and we're going to try and make it a lot more, we're going to try and make it better production-wise. You know, it's not that it was particularly bad before, but there's been a lot of things that I've been thinking of over the hiatus. I kind of feel like Togashi right now taking a hiatus. You know, I always get on Togashi for his hiatuses, and here I am, you know, what is it, maybe like 4 months? I don't know, 4 or 5 months, I gotta check, but it's been a long time since I uploaded the new show, and obviously a lot's happened. Aside from that, man, you know, getting everything together, moving, buying all the stuff, it takes a lot out of you, especially when you're working. So, you know, I was planning on uploading a news episode. I recently moved maybe a week or two ago, and now I'm finally kind of settled in, so I want to get the new show back and running. So it's a promise from me that next Wednesday you will have a fresh episode of Shounen Ketchup. We will call it Season 2 because it is a revamp. I got some fresh, nice, wicked, awesome, dope stuff planned for you. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But what I thought I'd do today, something else that I mention all the time, my collection. You know, I've been kind of stockpiling my stuff, my merch, my figurines, all that nerdy, geeky goodness for a time that I would be able to finally put it in my own place. And today's the day. Or 2 weeks ago was the day. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm going to go over all the anime figures and merch I have so you know a little bit more about me. So I am Astro, aka Ketchup. I only go by Ketchup because Shounen Ketchup, you know, it's a play on words, and ketchup is my favorite condiment. I might even argue that it is my favorite food. Red is my favorite color as well. And I go by Astro because, if you don't know, I have another channel called the Astro Review. It's also not really popping, but, you know, there's a few views on there, a few theories, One Piece, all that good stuff. So, I mean, if you like theories, reactions, stuff like that, you could probably check out the Astro Reviews channel. I'm thinking of rebranding that to just Astro 905, like my Twitch channel. But, yeah, that's more or less it. On Twitch, I also stream Pokemon. I stream League. Not that I'm very good, but, yeah, I'll put in some work. But aside from that, my name is Shane, for those of you who don't know that. But, you know, in videos, I mostly refer to myself as Astro or Ketchup, so either works. I don't really care, as long as you're not calling me an asshat. So, besides that, or without further ado, I should say, let's get into my collection that will serve as your content for this week, leading up to the return of Shounen Ketchup next Wednesday. Let's get into it. Okay, so let us start. As you can see, we got a Xbox Series X there, and we're gonna slowly go through everything. This area here is actually my pop figure area. So this is my living room you're looking at. The left side of my living room, as you can see, I got some of the Jump Force Special Edition posters up there. The top row, you already know what it is. One Piece, favorite anime. You boy Astro loves him some One Piece. Favorite anime. Watched it probably upwards of 6 times. Patreon to a ton of people, so I don't know, if you're trying to make some money and you haven't seen One Piece, might be a good time to start reacting to it. Bottom row, you know, kind of tried keeping it more themed. We got Deku, Todoroki, Overhaul, Endeavor. Yeah, let's go ahead and just bounce back to the top row. What? Yeah, me and One Piece, it's very hard. Once I get on the One Piece roll, it kind of just keeps going. I actually figure I want to kind of go through all of these and see if you could see kind of what I was going for with laying these bad boys out. First of all, we got the special edition Luffy Gear 4th. Funny enough, I didn't pick up like a regular Luffy. I have a Luffy Taro, which is actually Wano Luffy. Obviously, we got Ace, one of my favorite characters. I won't spoil that, but, you know, Sabo, Zoro, got most of the Straw Hats. Surprisingly, I don't have Sanji, who's actually my favorite Straw Hat. I also don't have Usopp. I also don't have Chopper. So I do definitely need to do that. But Robin is my favorite female Straw Hat. And, you know, I'm content with these two Luffys. Eventually, I will get the regular Luffy, but I'm not going to pay a hefty premium for it, given that I already have two Luffys, plus other figures that you'll see. So back to the My Hero stuff. So this isn't particularly a My Hero row, but as you can see, we got Deku, Todoroki, Overhaul, Endeavor. Just for the record, I keep some stuff at the back here too, like just a random Supersonic. And then I got some Dragon Ball stuff weast there too. Got my Endeavor, which is supposed to glow in the dark, but it actually doesn't. I find that all these pop figures that say, oh, we glow in the dark, they never do. By the way, if you like these shelves, they're from Ikea. My God, is Ikea ever a friggin' clutch place? These were like fucking 30 bucks, dude. Like, my God. But anyways, so we got Goku Vegeta, the GOAT, Kurabara, Best Girl, Tatsumaki. She's better than her sister Fubaki or Fubiki or whatever. Future Trunks, Young Bulma. You already know. That's a great one. We got the OG Nostalgia row. Come on. We got Inuyasha, Digimon Adventure 1, Yu Yu Hakusho again, Yusuke doing the Spirit Gun, Madashida, Taichi, you know, Seto Kaiba, the coolest. The coolest secondary character in maybe any anime, by the way. Seto freaking Kaiba. His blue eyes! I don't have a Dark Magician, but I have Yugi and Dark Magician Girl. And then obviously I got Gabumon and Agumon too. Down here we bring it to the Naruto. You know, a lot of people are like, yo, you like Naruto? You're always talking trash about it. I actually don't talk trash about Naruto. I just say One Piece is better, which it is. It's just a fact. So I got Six Paths, which I don't know, I think that's rare, but Shikamaru, Pain, Kabuto, Minato, and then obviously we got our Soul Eater. I wish I had a Maka, but Maka and Soul are actually pretty expensive. A little bit more expensive than I'm willing to pay. If they get reprinted or re-released, I'll get them, but right now I think it's like 60 bucks or 70 bucks for a Soul, which I'm just not gonna spend honestly until that comes back. But yeah, we got, you know, Patty, Liz, and Death the Kid. Obviously we keep them in the middle. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing here with the placing of some of these. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing there. But yeah, we got that. We also got Black Star and Tsubaki. And then I guess we'll just move over here. We got a really big Exodia from EB Games. And then a Kurama. Remember how I said anytime a pop figure says glow in the dark, it's a goddamn lie. Because it never works. Unless I have to take it out of the box, but I'm not going to do that. Joey Wheeler. Grimmjow from Bleach. I don't have too many Bleach pop figures, but Grimmjow's cool. I mean, I don't particularly have a problem with Bleach. Like, I think the ending sucks, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I just haven't really seen pop figures. Obviously, we got Roy Mustang, the Fire Alchemist, and then Edward Elric. God, where is my speech today? Next, we move on to some model figures, which I have to build, but these Digimon model figures, even just the artwork, my God. I'll get around to it eventually, but for now, I got a lot of other things on my plate, so they're going to stay boxed. So I got Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode that actually transforms into regular Imperial Dramon 2, or I should say regular Imperial Dramon turns into Fighter Mode like it does in the anime, which is Imperial Dramon Adventure 2, definitely better than Adventure 1. If you're being honest, you'd agree with me. I got an old thrifted Gallantmon figure a friend found for me at the thrift store, and I picked up this Dukemon as well. Look how epic it looks. And then here are some Pokemon stuff from the Pokemon store in Ikebukuro, Tokyo. So, Metagarurumon as well. We got the Barbatos. A lot of these figures, you know, I built one, which you'll see in a bit, but they still need more building. I got the Zero Hono, and Hono means flame in Japanese. It's Yusei Koen's. I'm not a big enough Gundam fan. I think it's Gundam Build Fighters. Yeah, Build Fighters, I think. I don't know if it's actually like canon, but I like Red, obviously, so it's a real cool one. Then we got one of the best Digimons to ever be made, War Greymon Amplified version. Look at that beauty. I can't wait to build that as well as some old Shonen Jump that I've been collecting since I was like 10 years old. So well over a decade, maybe even a decade and a half old. And then we got some Ruko 7 box sets, a Watchdog playbook I got from my days when I used to work at a electronic retail store that wears blue. And of course I got the Final Fantasy there too, my Japanese learning books, which I will be vlogging my Japan and Korea trip in December, God willing, making sure, you know, everything's kind of cleared up by then, fingers crossed. But here I also got a little bit of K-pop, you know, gotta sprinkle a little bit of that. I hope to have all the BTS members. I think I had Jimin and RM also pre-ordered. I do want to get all of them eventually. These were just the only 2 in stock. I'd probably say Jimin's my bias, but like I said, I haven't pre-ordered. These 2 just happened to be there. Like, I like all the members, so yeah, BTS is super cool. I also got Eyes Wide Open. We could zoom in there, and then Blackpink album in the back. You know, I wish I had more space to display it, but I just figured it's an album, so I don't really, there's not too much artwork, so just having the black there or whatever, you know. And then, excuse me, let me fanboy for a second. Can I say waifu? I want to say waifu, but I don't feel like that's the appropriate word for this. Nyan, my favorite, in Twice, best girl, my wife. She'll know it one day. Aside from that, enough fanboying. All the members of Twice are beautiful, by the way. Come on, look at that. But I just happen to really like Nyan. I really like Nyan, I really like Junghyun, and I really like Chaeyoung. I like Daeyeon too. I like all of them, really, but if I'm gonna name 4, then those are the 4. Okay, and then I got some old Naruto issues. And this one, or Shonen Jump, with Naruto on the cover, OG Naruto. I believe GX was actually in Shonen Jump at the time, and this is an English Shonen Jump. So you gotta know this is not something they really make anymore. And I wanna kind of show you more of what's at the back. This Shonen Jump is recently when I went to Japan, but I displayed this Shonen Jump at the front because it was in really great condition. Like, I found it in the garage before I moved to my apartment, and I was kind of just shocked at how good condition. It's kind of hard to see with the light, but it's in great condition for a book I've had for about 15 years. So yeah, original English print Shonen Jump 2, which was great. Yeah, 2007, so literally 14 years, almost 15 years ago. We got Jump Force, which I definitely could have found another spot to put it, because you'll see I have the figure for the special edition somewhere else. Another mini Gundam I got from I forgot what they called, the Gundam Cafe, Diver City, Tokyo, where they used to have the really big Gundam. Now they have a really big Gundam still, but they've changed it to the Unicorn. There's obviously the Red Frame Hono, which is the Flame from Gundam Build Fighter that I built. This is the only one that I've actually built. I think I did a good job, but obviously could be better. It was my first build. And then for the Jojo fans, you can see I got a ton of the Jojo manga. I am going to get all of them eventually. And then obviously another Shonen Jump I picked up while I was at the One Piece store in Japan. I'd show you the cover, but I honestly don't really want to mess it up. And then a Band Presto Gogeta blue figure, as well as a Dragoon Beyblade. So, you know, for those of you that, you know, wonder my taste in anime, it should be pretty clear the type of stuff I watch and kind of that age group that I'm in, man. I'm not super old, but I'm not really young either. Like, I'm in my mid-20s, but god damn, this pandemic is making things fly. I feel older by the day. But, you know, you can't go wrong with Beyblade, OG Digimon Adventure, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball. And, you know, I'm not biased to the new stuff either. I like the new stuff too, but definitely the pop figures that you see hold a special place in my heart because I really, really love these anime, including Naruto, which everyone's going to be like, you fucking liar, but I'm not lying. I really do like Naruto. I'm just critical of it. That's just what it is. It's just not One Piece. So again, I got the J-Stars, or sorry, not J-Stars, basically the same thing anyways. Got the Jump Force promotional photos here, as well as my big nasty TV. Oh, I just hit my chair. I'm gonna take a step back. I actually had this big TV waiting for like, god, I can't even tell you how long. Got my little Supreme photo or sticker, because I'm a little bit of a hype beast, but that's another thing entirely. Check out Hype Ketchup for that stuff. My Switch, my Xbox. I literally have the Xbox and Kinect there to play Just Dance, which you'll laugh at, but hey, dancing's cool, man. And then my Series X to the left here, so I got my PC in my room too, but again, that's another video. So you might have been hearing something in the background. This is my Street Fighter 2 Capcom arcade machine. Has a ton of games, Darkstalkers, a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, let me show you. So many things, look at it. So we got Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 New Challenger, Darkstalkers, Striders, Ghosts and Goblins, 1944. You see it. So a ton of Street Fighters, Commando. It was a great buy, man. Maybe like $500-600 Canadian, but I think it's a nice addition to my room. And when I turn my lights off, let me go ahead and just run over and turn my lights off real quick. Give everybody kind of the feel as if you were here with your boy. I actually do want to get a space thing for the roof because, you know, Astro, you know, got to keep to the branding, or Ketchup, you know. But you know, the yellow and the darkness, as well as that when it's on, is actually pretty beautiful, and the other figures too. But enough of that. Let's finish up. I can really talk about these things all day. So we got a few more things left to show you. I got my instruments and stuff to the right, but yeah, again, not really what this is about. So I got a ton of Amiibo. I've been collecting since Smash 4, and there's Amiibo at the back too. Some doubles and some other ones that are just special, not really Smash Bros ones, but ones I like nonetheless. Again, you see I tried to keep them close to each other if they're near the same series. Got my Samus or my Metroid, got my Legend of Zelda. And then, you know, for the most part, I tried to keep like the reps of the really, really popular games that I like close to each other too. Got my Little Max, my Ryu, my Banjo-Kazooie, Olimar, Mega Man. I got a ton of them. I'm not going to go into too much depth with this, but there was a point in time where I really was a huge Smash Bros fanboy. Like, I'll still pick up Amiibos if they're cool now, but it's lost my interest a little bit, you know. The DLC and stuff is really cool. I love playing with friends too, but yeah, you know, I'll collect them, but I'm not as crazy about Smash Bros as I used to be in college when I thought I actually had a chance going pro. Besides that, I got the One Piece box set. You'd recognize that if you're a big One Piece fan at the back. It's basically, I think, all the manga editions up to Sky PSO. It's a pretty hefty box. Got a few miscellaneous series at the back too, as well as a crap ton of Naruto. Just to prove again, I do not hate Naruto, ladies and gentlemen. I got some Reborn as well. This Yu-Gi-Oh one, I think I actually have like 4 or 5 of them because there was a card, for those of you who play the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG, Utopia the Lightning was in that card and I wanted it, so. We got the World Frigga Luffy, Sanji, again, another book. I believe this is to the end of Water 7, all the mangas. It's like a box set. We got some Japanese manga, because manga in Japan, Tokyo, or Japan in general, you should know, dude. Manga in Tokyo is really cheap. Let's see if a price tag is on this, just so I can kind of give you an idea. So this is One Punch Man, and I like buying original Japanese because, you know, I try to see how much I could read through it. I'm not great enough to go through the whole thing, but that's 400 yen. So, I mean, the equivalency, that's probably in and around $4 USD, meaning it would probably be like $5 USD. That's easily 50% off retail, which you'd pay if you went to a Chapters here in Canada. I don't know what prices are like on the States, but I just would assume that Canada gets ripped off for everything. Got some Inuyasha too that was gifted to a friend. Actually, I haven't read through them yet, but I will. Some Shokugeki no Soma, as well as the Avatar Complete Collection in the back. Minus Legend of Korra, because Korra's a bitch. No offense, don't like her. And then we got our Jump Force figure here. Hopefully you got the good depth, as well as the 3 that mean the most to me. This isn't the traditional big 3 that really should be Bleach on the right. Again, it might seem like I'm being partial to Bleach, but I just figured Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto in terms of shonen, there's a reason that they're on, you know, this thing for Jump Force, you know? So I wanted to make it match. Ichigo, you're cool, but your series just isn't as good in my opinion. And then we got more One Piece, which eventually that might change, and some Kingdom Hearts keys, which, believe it or not, tidbit, I've never played Kingdom Hearts. I just bought the keys because they looked cool. I'll play it eventually now that I got a little bit more time. And then some chopsticks, if I ever need to use them, just some decorations. Yeah, so we went over the arcade machine, we got a few Pokemon there, stuffed animal, that's not a Pokemon, but this is a work in progress over here that I am super excited about. Let's spin right over here. So up top here, I got the waifus and Trunks, apparently. The top row is going to be more miscellaneous and waifus, I guess. I'm running out of space with all these things. Oh, I spoiled a little bit. Let's bring that back up. I'm running out of space, but I also got Whitebeard and Ace's You Know What. It's a model. I'm going to just say You Know What in case someone hasn't watched One Piece, but there's a few figures up here, including a Todoroki that I do want to take out of the box. I just need to figure out how I'm going to display all of them, but I definitely going to make up here the waifu space. I'm thinking if I should put the One Piece girls in the One Piece zone, and then a few more Gundam base sets and stuff, the Vegito box, Gogeta box, which I'm actually going to get Vegito 2 is what I meant to say. I want to get a Vegito blue to match it, so yeah, but this is what I'm very excited about. Let's go ahead and pump the lights on for this. I don't know if that's better or worse. I think it's actually worse. Jojo Bizarre Adventure. Now, I talked about my love for One Piece. I talked about my love for Digimon. I even talked about my love for Naruto. But Jojo is something within the past 5 years I have really gone into. Believe it or not, I had a friend, shout out to Gio. Ironically, his name is Giordano Gio, but yeah, shout out to him in college. He'd always tell me, oh man, you should like, you know, watch Jojo and stuff. I'm like, yeah, don't know about that, man. And then eventually finished school, really ran out of things on my immediate list and started watching Jojo. And a lot of people talk crap about Phantom Blood, but I thought Jonathan was interesting enough. He was cool. And I like this character. I like part 1. Part 2 is hilarious. Joseph is probably my favorite other than Johnny, which is not here because, you know, not really in production yet. But yeah, we got Jotaro, you know, probably the most popular JoJo protagonist in my opinion. He's in the most parts too. And geez, did they ever, like, look at the abs on these bad boys. Makes me want to go do some crunches. I just worked out. And then this is actually Josuke's figure. Part 4 is my favorite part, other than part 7, but I'm not a fan of this pose. I think that everyone else's pose looks really cool, and his kind of looks sort of awkward. I don't know. And then obviously the golden boy himself, Vento Arreo, series that just finished, Giorno, Giovanna, and Bruno Bucciarati. Bucciarati is more or less the protagonist too. This is supposed to be a protagonist thing, and obviously you should have Dio here, but I figured we give Giorno his little thing with, you know, his de facto parent of the show, Bruno, and his actual parent being Dio / Jonathan. Spoiler alert, I don't know. You figure out how that works. But yeah, I got Dio, which is actually Grand Presto. It's Bandai, but it's not the same brand of figure, so it's a little bigger. But in comparison to Jonathan, it looks the same-ish if you take away the stand. It's a little taller, but I don't know. Only the most diehard JoJo fans would call me out on the autonomy, or whatever the word is, between Jonathan and Dio, since technically they should be the same size, but whatever. Since this is part 3 Dio, again, Jojo thing, if you get that, you get that. But yeah, so that's something I'm really excited about. I have a Jolene. If you don't know, there's actually a Jolene Band Presto figure. It's really cheap up for figure, so I'd assume she'd be in between, you know, the sizes of these guys, and possibly as big as Dio here, which is surprising because this was a really cheap figure too. The Band Presto figures, their quality is freaking amazing. So very excited with part 6 coming out in December. You can head over to Astro Reviews to see my reaction to that. I read Stone Ocean. It's my least favorite part, if I'm honest with you. Or part 3 might be worse, but it's between part 3 and part 6 for worst parts for me, honestly. But I think that it might bode better in the anime. There's a lot that goes on. There's a lot of body horror too, so yeah. And then here's a work in progress. I got the Wano arc, Odin flashback Roger, Odin flashback Whitebeard, obviously Gear 4 Snake Man. I've had this for like 2-3 years. I can't wait to take it out of the box. I'm gonna definitely make this like a one-piece zone. Again, I have the sexy women up there, but I don't know specifically what I want to do. I have a huge Kaido dragon form. Again, spoiler, so sorry. I have a huge Kaido devil fruit form coming, and it's a big figure, so that'll probably go here. I have a really big Marco too with his wings. Marco the Phoenix. He's a phoenix, so the wings will probably spread all over, but I'm super excited to get all the One Piece stuff there. I'm gonna have Sanji film gold down there, and a regular Luffy, which eventually will actually make their way over here as I fill up with more manga, because I have a lot of manga, but I really want to get into more reading it. Probably a bad confession, but I read a lot of these things, but I don't read the print. I read them other places, and I usually just buy to support, you know, because now that I have a little bit to spend, I can support the cause, support what you love. That's what you should do. But yeah, that's more or less it. And then I got my fight stick there, a few Xbox games that I have to find space for because, yeah, you know how that goes. But that is more or less it. So that is my collection for everybody that was wondering, and everybody that, you know, wanted to know the type of anime I'm into. So, you know, I got Sword Art Online there too. Asuna is beautiful, but the series isn't. The opening's beautiful too. I love Lisa. Quick lightning round. Most hated series right now, probably Demon Slayer. Seasonal series I'm enjoying a lot right now. Tokyo Revengers is great. Thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen, it's great. Thoughts on Titan, really good up until the ending. If I factor in the ending, it's hot garbage. Anybody that says the ending of Attack on Titan is good is simply lying to themselves or trying to be an edgelord. Well, other than that, I think I've given everybody a good idea of the type of stuff that Astro/Ketchup is kind of into, you know, figure-wise, show-wise, taste-wise. If you got any more questions and you want to know a little bit more about your host of the Shounen Ketchup Show, please let me know. But if you've made it this far and you like my collection, thank you so much. It's been years in the making. I literally had a lot of these things just in boxes being covered, and it took a lot out of me to make this move, and that's why I left this channel a little bit, because it's tough, especially when you're doing majority of the planning and things by myself. I had some friends that helped me move and set things up, which definitely was a help, but you know, for the most part, mentally, it's a burden when you know you have to find a place and you have specific things in mind for how you want it to look, and you know, you have a checklist that you're trying to achieve. But for the most part, it's all done now. So again, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. If you enjoy my collection and you're excited for the launch of season 2 of Shounen Ketchup, go ahead and hit that sub button. Shounen Ketchup every single Wednesday, coming at you, giving you the best in shonen news from your boy Astro, aka Ketchup. Thanks a lot for watching, people. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Peace out, good night. And I actually almost forgot a few things, so I'm gonna just go ahead and grab this shirt over here. A few of you might already recognize this, the Uniqlo One Piece shirt. And I also wanted to come back here with the K-pop stuff. I have some posters for, you know, like One Piece Stampede when it was in theaters, because I love that you could see anime films in theaters, especially One Piece films, locally in Canada. You know, places that aren't Toronto. It's pretty crazy that they show that now whenever movies are released. I also got some Beaver cards. I know you're seeing a lot of things that are like, you know, Japanese, because you obviously can't really get these locally or in North America as far as I know. But I've been to Japan a few times, and every time I go, I pick stuff like that up. But more importantly, speaking of being in Japan, I actually picked up this Uniqlo shirt. It did actually come to North America, this straw hat shirt with the X and everything on it. However, this is a very special one, because at a local anime convention, I was actually able, and this was before it actually came to North America. So basically, I just had come back from Japan, and then I went to an anime convention, Anime North. I miss you. Please come back 2021. And then you see there's a cool straw hat on the back, but there's also a signature. Now, this is not Luffy's voice actor's signature, but this is actually Yuriko Yamaguchi, which is the voice actor of Nico Robin. I mentioned that Robin was my favorite straw hat, so really, really, really dope. Eventually, I want to actually have the shirt have the signatures of the voice actor of every single straw hat. The shirt will never be washed, obviously, because there's writing on the back, but yeah, Yuriko Yamaguchi. And believe it or not, I wasn't able to take a video. It would have been cool if I did, but I asked her, you know, what's your favorite line? And she's like, do you want me to say the line? I'm like, yeah. You know, actually, I wasn't even trying to, like, get her to say it, but, like, she more or less offered. So she got me to play the part as Luffy, like, during the panel or whatnot, and say, like, Robin, say you want to live. If I was more confident in my Japanese, I would have tried to say it, but, you know, I didn't want to really make more of a fool of myself, because I was already trying to speak to her. But yeah, so I did that line, and she did the, you know, the very infamous, I want to live, in Japanese, obviously. So, yeah, really great moments, and this is probably the best thing in my collection for me is a One Piece fanboy. I will have every single signature on this shirt.